Hello, I'm John. Thanks for coming. The test will be in 3 parts. In part 1, I will ask you a series of questions across 3 different topics based on your life and your experiences. I will give you 30 seconds for your answer. In part 2, I will give you a topic. You will have 1 minute to read the topic and prepare some notes. And then I will ask you to speak for 2 minutes on that topic. In part 3, I will ask you some questions related to what you spoke about in part 2. I will give you 30 seconds for your answers. Let's begin. Part 1. First, I'd like to ask you a few questions about where you live. What type of place do you live in?
I live in the city in Benoit City. It's not in the middle of the city. It's like a little far away from the city. It's also be crowded and very noisy, especially the quarantine is have to get over it. People have to go out. Before that, the streets very quiet, but now the street is crowded and noisy. Sometimes I cannot get sleep before some freezing boys in trying to race in front of my house.
What does your place look like?
It's like a 3-floor apartment. It has 3 floors, of course. There are 2 bedrooms, 1 kitchen and 1 living room. The kitchen, which include toilets and bathroom. Yeah, we have to separate right in the middle of the kitchen, so we can use it like that. This is my ancestor, how they come here when they was empty hand, and they built such a nice and big house for us to live since and then.
Do you have a favorite room in your place?
In my favorite room, I would like to say is my huge, not huge, it's like a mini-size bedroom here, because it's covered in pink and I love the color pink. It have a lot of equipment like my personal computer, my laptop, my phone and my bed. The place where I can hide all the cruel things in the world. We just lay down and get to sleep. That's it.
What would your dream house or apartment look like?
I would like to dream house is full equipment, kitchen, living room, bedroom, etc. My bedroom, I want to be more pink, and my bed wants to be like a princess's bed. I want to be more like a glowy like of exile, but just this is my dream. And the front of the house will be a pool, and the top of the floor is a 4th floor. I will have the video games room where I can hide all my deadline.
Okay, let's move on to talk about music.
Okay.
Do you like to listen to music?
Absolutely, yes. I love listening to music. It depends on the time. Since I was in university, I didn't listen to music more regularly and before, but somehow I still put my music in my daily life, like when I watching TV, do my deadline or reading comics. I prefer when I'm doing that activity when I listen to music.
When is it a good time to listen to music?
The good time to listen to music, it depends on everyone. As you may know, myself is the girl who always have a bunch of deadline, school deadline and maybe faculty deadline. So I usually put on Mario Kart intro theme, so when I listen to it, I can work faster. Or before to bed, I will put on some lo-fi, low-key music to easier to put us more asleep.
Do you play any instruments?
Well, I currently I don't play any instrument, but I was planning after my graduation I will study how to play piano from my grandfather. My grandfather is fine, but he can study piano by himself. He is also the piano teacher, so I want to try something new by playing piano.
Is learning music beneficial for children?
For me, it's very beneficial. In the first period of time, the children will find it very stressful because the music teacher will try to use the ruler to hit on the fingers a lot. But when they get older, they know how to play it. This will be beneficial for them a lot because maybe when they was young, they want to be a musician or singer. This will help them a lot in their future career and reduce some stress after the work.
Now I'd like to talk about exercising.
Okay.
Do people like to exercise in your country?
Well, it depends. I don't see Vietnamese people working exercise from outside, but most I see is the middle age and the old people always exercising when they go out to park. But this is a pandemic, we cannot do anything. We have to limit the time we go out. They usually go out and do some exercise by the park, like aerobic. Or maybe we're on gym.
What kinds of exercise are popular?
Well, the type of exercise are popular. I'm not type of exercising person, but I see all my friends do push up, do aerobics, maybe some dancing flash mob, and maybe some playing or maybe they go to gym, work on the physical equipment so they can get more healthier and they gain more muscle on their body. But for me, I don't like exercising.
Should children exercise regularly?
Absolutely, yes. Children should exercise more frequently because when I was children, I was bullied because of my height because I was so short. So I think for beneficial of the children, they should work on exercise to make their height taller and the physical body is more healthier. The children is like a type of a person who will exercise and not very active. So exercising will be help them a lot.
What are the benefits of regular exercise?
First of all, is to make our body more beautifuler and getting more muscle, more stronger. And the second thing, when you go out and trying to running in the sunlight will give you some vitamin D or C. It will depend on the time, like before 8 o'clock. This will make you more healthier, more stronger to work on your deadline, to work on your assignment when you at school. This will help you a lot.
Part 2. In a moment, I will give you a topic. You will have 1 minute to read the topic and to make some notes. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'd like you to speak about your favorite device or technology. All right. Now, I'd like you to speak for 2 minutes on this topic.
Okay.
Please begin speaking now.
My parents gave me all type of technology equipment like phone, laptop, or personal computer, call it PC. And my favorite device of all is maybe my phone. Absolutely is my phone. The reason why I like my phone so much because it's like a mini size of computer. It contains clock, it contains notes, it contains reminders to keep things that I usually forget. So phone is a device that I love the most. And how can I use it? I can use mobile phone, smartphone when I was since a little girl. At first, my mother bought a iPhone 2 or iPhone 3 for her to use, so I tried to borrow from her and I work on how to use it since then. When you use one smartphone, you can use any type of phone. And the reason why that I love using mobile phones so much is like a small type of technologies will helping me to my daily life or reduce some stress like playing video games, learning new vocabulary, academic words online, and find the new information for my next assignment that I have to work on. And what do you think? And that is the thing. What I loved about it is using mobile technology like phone can be helping me reduce some stress when I was working terribly at school because I am a type of girl who running deadlines so much that I sometimes I can faint. So it's really help when I'm using my phone to reduce some stress because I really need it.
Thank you. Now let's move on to part 3. Part 3. In this part, I'm going to ask you some general questions related to what you spoke about in part 2. I'd like to begin by asking you some questions about technology and society. How have communications technologies changed your country?
Well, it changed a lot, because in the middle of pandemic, we cannot go out and speak to each other like face to face. We have to give it distance. Excuse me. And we will use something called Zoom, Messenger, and MS Team. Besides, we can use it for other type like teaching and in the meeting. It's the best way to communicate in this time.
Is addiction to technology becoming a problem in your country?
Absolutely yes. I can see it in front of my eyes or even myself. When I go out with my friends, they will always stick to her mobile phone or his mobile phone. They didn't have to communicate face to face like we used to before. Addiction is addiction. You will be more careless than think about anyone else. It's not very good. When you go to the road, people need help. You just put on the head and the phone. You just walk away like no one cares.
How has technology benefited or negatively affected your culture?
It's very negatively because when we was young, we will like acting more very social and more politely. When you come to the internet, anything negative will be pushed on you. If you want to speak up in the comment section, that's okay. That is your problem. The people will try to cyberbully attack you on the social media. That is a negative thing about the community of technology.
Now I'd like to talk about how technology affects the global economy. In what ways has technology affected trade between countries?
It's very helpful for the economy, like when they want to chat or trade any product that from China or any country, they just can contact to the shippers and they will try to make the paperwork so they can shipment the product to a country. it's very helpful, but it sometimes is within the pandemic it's sometimes very late because of delaying the trading process.
Does technology make countries more dependent on each other?
Yes, technology make not just any country but also in the factory. Any country that have their own factory, have their own business, so they depends on the technology a lot because it's very helpful for human. But sometimes when it depends on those technology, then we cannot hire someone else who really need a job and have some money to provide for their safety and their home. Yes.
Is being interconnected by technology good for the world or possibly dangerous?
There are some positive and some negative. The positive thing is the technology is creating some type of product that help human in their own business, but the negative is this will reduce the higher recruitment of employees in any type of world. Like in Japan, the youth technology replaced by human, and the people who live there are suffer from without any jobs.